I am Dominic Bytes. Welcome to an introduction to Minecraft video. Now, this is not an how do you play Minecraft video, because that would be silly. This is an introduction to how I will be playing Minecraft. I intend, when I start streaming, to have Minecraft be a very common and main focus for my Twitch channel. And I wanted to make this video to kind of introduce and set up and explain how I'm going to play Minecraft, how I'm going to use it. Because I love Minecraft. I love Minecraft a lot. And I have tried to think of kind of different ways to set myself apart because so many people play Minecraft. So many different takes. I'm not going to be a speedrunner. I'm a filthy casual. I'm going to keep it that way. But I do love mods. I love modified Minecraft, and I want to do more with that. So this video is just about how I'm going to approach Minecraft, how I'm going to approach modded Minecraft. Now, I should note here, I'm recording this offline. This is not from a live stream. This is recorded. However, you will note that the overlay I'm using is the overlay I will use for my Twitch streams. You can see the space for chat, followers, and subscribers. Obviously, there's not going to be anything in there because there is no chat. So, but I just want to point out, this is what you will see, generally speaking, when you tune in to watch me. This is somewhat close. So, first of all, in terms of the Minecraft specifications, my main goal, my big goal on the channel is to create my own custom mod pack. I've played two main mod packs over the years. My very first one was Medieval Minecraft for Fabric, and All the Mods 7 for Forge. Now, I love All the Mods 7. It's one of my favorites, but it's a little bloated, in my opinion. It includes things that I don't need, and it actually included something that crashed a server I used to play on. There was one of the magic mods did not play well with the server over time, and it ended up scuttling the whole thing. Lost a ton of work because of that. So that mod will not be in my version. So I'm taking All the Mods 7 as kind of a starting point. I've pared it down. I've removed a lot of the magic stuff for testing later, but I'm keeping and adding in some new cool things that I really enjoy, that I found are handy. Now, in terms of version, what Minecraft version am I going to use? I'm going to go with 1.18.2. Now, I know that at the time of this recording, the newest version is 1.20.1, and it's really pretty. Some of the stuff they've done with the sounds and all that, really neat. However, it's going to take a while for modders to catch up. They introduced a brand new mechanic with the sound. They've redid a lot of the tagging and things. So it's going to take a bit for modders to hop onto 1.20, as good as that one is. So I'm sticking with 1.18 because it's more finished in a lot of ways. Many of the mods for this version are done. They're not being updated anymore. An exception being my favorite, Create. Create is still being updated for 1.18, as well as a few others. But most mods for 1.18, what you have is what you have. Most modders have either basically stopped working on their mod if it's 1.18 specific, or they've moved up and already upgraded to 1.19 or 1.20, and they're not maintaining 1.18 anymore. So it's a good choice. That way I don't have to go back and revise everything over and over and over again to keep it updated. I only have a few mods that I have to keep track of to see when a new version comes out, like Create. That's a lot more manageable in my book. Here, I add a mod. That's pretty much all I'm going to be using. I'm using CurseForge to help me out as well. It thankfully tracks a lot of things for updating and so on. Now, what I have loaded here, and the purpose of this video is I'm going to show off what I call the base mods. So I've distilled down a kind of a set of these are the mods I really, really want. So as I've mentioned, Create is going to be a big part of this, as well as a few others. Now, these are not all the mods I'm going to have in here. Haha, bad pun. I have 135 right now. I'm going to add more. However, I'm going to test them and run them through first. Check at each stage, make sure everything works. For example, in this current base pack, I haven't loaded any of the mods that really touch the Nether or the End. I've only dealt really with the overworld, and even that somewhat incomplete. I didn't add all the structure mods yet, so some of the world spawn and so on is still a little off. But I've added, these are the critical ones. Quality of life, optimization in particular, like a lot of the memory savings, things like that, and as well as the base starter packs that will have more mods added to it to add more content to them. So let's go through. I'm going to show you. I keep talking about, what do I mean when I talk about these mods? So I like all the mods 7, so I'm using some of the ATM themes, especially all the Modium. I like all the Modium, Unobtainium, Vibranium. I'm adding that. It also adds the mining dimension. It adds Soul Lava. It adds a lot of really cool things to the game that I enjoy. I'm adding, Unify to help clear up resolutions. I'm not going to go through all of these. A lot of the mods right now of the 135 are things like this, which are just libraries. So I have a lot of the library mods are in the base set. There'll be more of those later. I've got bad mobs to help control for, because I don't have a ton of mob mods. Say that 5 times fast. I don't have a whole lot of that added currently, but I do plan to add more mobs, like Alex's mobs, things like that. I'm going to test them out, see which ones I really like. I remember liking Alex's mobs, but I want to test it. So this will allow me to control for it. I remember there was one mob I ran into back with medieval Minecraft, where it overdid the piranhas and some of the hostile sea life, and it just wiped out everything else. So this will help me control that. A lot of these are for extra configuration and optimization, like XP Clump. Connected Glass is just a nice appearance mod that I like. You have Cooking for Blockheads. I also have a lot of the food related ones. So Farmer's Delight, Croptopia, Pam's Harvest, Cooking for Blockheads. I love the food and cooking themes there. And of course the Big Star Create. And you can see a whole lot here. So you have, compact XP, confectionery, deco casing, stuff and additions, train additions, alloys, steam and rails, things and miscellaneous. Now there are a few more create add-ons that I'll be adding in, and there are a couple that I'm waiting for them to update, because create right now is on 5.1c. So I'm waiting for some of the mods to update to support 5.1. Some of them are still on 5.0. They're working on the updates. When those come out, those will be added in. Don't remember what they are off the top of my head. This is one big addition, Cyclic. Cyclic was deliberately left out of all the mods. I like Cyclic. I added it in, played around with it before. I like some of the new things that Cyclic adds in. Now, I may go with this. There's also, I believe, an FTB, another mod that also adds many similar utility things. I'm going to test that out. A big part of what I'm going to stream will be testing mods, adding them to the base, seeing how they interact, trying to see does this add something new? Does this add something unique that really fleshes things out, or is this redundant? So I'm going to try to, where possible, reduce redundancies. Let's see, I've got every compatibility in here for wood, so all the wood types are covered. Here's Farmer's Delight and Farmer's Respite. Farmer's Respite I've added in here. I have a lot more Farmer's Delight add-ons here. Respite I put in because tea themed. And that will fit into the overall theme. Fire Spread Tweaks is a nice little config to help go with the control for things burning down. Because, oh my god, I've had so many builds burn down just through lightning or careless lava handling. Oh man, I have learned to despise fire ticks so much. Frame blocks are great. I love frame blocks for building. They add a lot of depth to it. I have a lot of the FTB basics, quests, essentials, chunks. Now, Ultimine I will be testing later, because there's a lot of vein miners out there. I'm starting with this one, but I'm curious how this will stack up to others later. Gauges and switches is great for just for the feel of it, industrial foregoing. And of course you have just enough items, every modder's favorite thing, where it has a nice display. It's a very good basic quality of life mod. I also have the people probably recognize. I have the Zero's mini map and Zero's world map, which are, just standard things. I have Young's bridges on here. I will have more of Young as time goes on. All-in-one tools. Love all-in-one tools. I've also got the wild backport, which brings 1.19 in, and I also have a backport for 1.20 as well. So there is a 1.20, let me see if it's right here, 120 backport. So I am using mods to bring 1.19 and 1.20 features into 1.18. I don't know how much these guys are still in development. I don't know how much I'll have. And of course, the Crayfish Gun mod! Because guns! Yeah, guns are cool! So you're probably thinking, oh man, this is a lot of mods, a lot of different things. Why, I mean, you got mechanism here and things. Like, what's the goal? What is the theme to the mod pack? Is this just another kitchen sink mod pack? It's like, no. I do have an overall theme. It's minimal magic. I will have magic probably in here. For example, I have Mana Artifice, because they have very interesting golems in there. I have overall, I love steampunk as a theme to Minecraft. I feel that Minecraft, it can be at its core a very steampunk themed game. Because ultimately, Minecraft is Robinson Crusoe. It's, that is, to me, the essence of Minecraft is Robinson Crusoe, the Swiss Family Robinson, the man versus nature, man's triumph over nature. You punch the tree, you get wood, you turn the wood into a pickaxe, you use the pickaxe to get stone, you have stone tools, then you have iron tools, and then you are, mining and conquering and building a home and a base. You are forging civilization from the wild. You are taming nature and bringing civilization where you go. That to me is very powerful. It's very Victorian. It's very steampunk in nature. Man's triumph over nature is very steampunk themed. So I'm going to probably have a strong steampunk element to things. So things like, for example, mechanism. Once I finish and finalize which mods I'm going to have in here, one thing I'm going to do is probably mCreator or something else to go back and reskin some of the mods in here. So like Mechanism has a very advanced science feel. It's not very steampunk. I'll probably go through and reskin Mechanism to fit Create. So the two look. And if I do make a reskin like that, I will post it probably on CurseForge, share it out there so you can also have a copy. So now, hopefully the Mechanism people don't mind that. I will ask permission before I do any of that, of course. But that's to give you an idea. So a heavy steampunk theme, unified under, man's triumph over nature, and exploration and civilization, and very science-heavy, with a dash of magic. And magic fits a theme too. So this will be not a completely magic-free steampunk approach. But yeah, that is the overall gist of what I'm going for. And again, farming. I mean, what says man conquering nature more than farming and food? Our advance from hunter-gatherer to agriculture. It's pretty neat. So I also have a few others like pipes and things. I'll get more into these here over time. This is, as I said, this is a simple introduction. This is not going to cover everything right away. Slice of life here. But as you see through on the screen, you can see some of the things that I have added in. Some of these are big, some of these are small. I will tend to point these out as they pop up. But okay, so alright, so I've mentioned that I've got 135 mods. I'm going to test these. I'm going to make a custom mod pack with a specific theme. I'm going to work towards that. Alright, what is the world I'm going to test them on? Well, glad you asked. So I have already generated a world here, Byte Club Base 1. Now there will be many copies of this over time. So this is base 1. I'm planning multiple sets. This is just the first set. Second set, we'll start adding things to the nether at the end, and I'll show those off later. Third set, we'll add more additions to those base ones, like Mechanism, like Farmer's Delight, like some of those others, expanding on them, adding more accessories and things. And then we will get into testing. A lot of new mods, testing mods, see what they add. So this will be our test bed, essentially. Now, load this in here so you can see what kind of world am I going to use as my test bed. And this is one that I've played on before. This is a map that I used before with some friends, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. Although the world generation data has changed in this version, specifically because I haven't loaded all of the mods that generated the original one. So this one, it looks a little different. So you should see it start to rebuild the world here. Nice thing is, with only 135 mods, the load time isn't too bad. Generally speaking, when I get into streaming Minecraft, I will load into the world before I start the stream, that way to reduce the lag time. Here we go. Now, right away, now I'm in creative mode because, again, this is just to show things off. I'm not doing survival at this point, because the point is to test the mods, and creative mode is the best way to do that. So right away, we see a Croptopia peach tree right in the spawn area. You also see right here, oh hey, a palm log from Biomes You Go. I love all the Biomes You Go. I am aware of, there's another biome one. Oh, Biomes of Plenty. I prefer all of the Biomes You Go, and the reason I prefer all of the Biomes You Go is this biome right over here, which is the cherry trees. Now this is something, they did add cherry trees to 1.20. I really like cherry trees. I really like the way they did it. However, I like all the Biomes You Go cherry trees a bit more. I think these cherry trees, like these leaves and so on, the fact that, the two types of leaves, as well as the orchids and so on, I find these to be a bit prettier than 1.20s. Well, don't get me wrong, I would love 1.20's cherry trees mixed in here. I think they would be a great combo on here. And hey, look over here, you can see some of the painted sands, black and blue sand. You also have, now you can see another one here. Hello, how are you doing? Ignore me! Haha! Alright, you can see another thing, which is looter, to standardize the chests. That'll be useful later. There we go. Hey, I've got a potato. Nice. A dark oak log, some arrows. Oh, a carrot, sure. And this is neat. You got the food diversity score. That's neat. So, DEI comes to Minecraft food. Anyway, sorry. I'll try not to get political. Now, onion crate. Oh, I can get a crate of onions. That's neat. Okay, yeah, so potatoes, carrots, a crossbow. I've got the durability displayed here. So that's neat. I got a little bit of a tower. So this, by the way, this cherry tree forest, this is why I chose this particular map. I love that the starting area is across from a really, really large cherry tree forest. From playing on this map, this is apparently one of the largest cherry tree biomes that will spawn in the entire world. We had no success finding a larger one, put it that way. Now, also interesting though, the oak trees and birch you saw at the start, those aren't there in the original one. Those, apparently, in the one that I played, the cherry trees biome was much, much bigger, covered a much bigger area. Like, there were no oak trees, it was just cherry trees, wall to wall. So, I believe one of the other mods, one of the other world gens, probably affected the seed in such a way that the cherry trees just took over. So, as I update, you may see the tree spawns thing. Because this won't be the exact same world. I will copy it and reload it with new mods as I add the mods. That way, this chunk will reflect new things being added in. But yeah, you can see here, I'll be flying around a lot, finding places to test, finding interactions finding the different types of wood. Another very convenient feature here, it should be over this way, as I fly over here. You also have this. Now, if you look down below, there's some very deep caves. And those caves do go down all the way to Deep Slate, which is very accessible. So that makes it easier to test mining and digging. I yearn for the mines, as they say. So as I go over here, you see more cherry trees. Here we go. So then up here, what's also cool too with this cherry tree biome, you see these large crevices that go really deep, and you get all kinds of variety of ores and such down there. Here we go. You get lots of cows and things. Oh, by the way, this is currently set to easy mode. I had this set on easy. I didn't want to set it to peaceful because peaceful would spawn the hostile mobs, and we are going to add hostile mobs, custom hostile mobs down the road. But for right now, I'm keeping it on easy because I don't want everything to just die immediately or get flooded. So this is the village. So this is the village closest to spawn. It's really not all that much of a trek. It's only maybe 700 blocks away, which is not bad at all. It's nice. It's situated just outside the cherry tree forest here, and right next to the village, you've got a broken nether portal. Also very convenient for going to the nether and so on. Also cool here, as you tell, another one of the mods I'm dealing with, I've got a waystone. There we go. Nice. Activated that, teleport around. Here's one of the maps. So this is the FTB chunk map. I'm not super huge on this one. I'm going to probably revisit the chunk one. I may honestly get rid of this one. I don't know. I'm still debating it. A lot of people seem to like it, but I prefer. But for maps, I prefer Zero's map. I just find the display better. So this is my preference map wise. I don't know what you like, but you can see like the different lighting levels, things like that. It's really neat. You can teleport through it as well. So you get to see a lot of things around there. So you can see here you have allium fields just up north. Now again, all of this here originally, so all of these oak trees were originally cherry tree blossoms. That's the interesting thing. All of this was cherry trees. But in this current world gen, it isn't. So I'm not sure what the difference on the settings in. As I play around, we'll find out. But this is the area that I'm going to be spending the most time in, and especially like this hole down here. Let me go over. Oops. Let me go over to it. This guy right here. So you have this hole, and you have this hole here. These go down really, really far. So, really cool. And you got lava sources. Yeah. It's really neat. I like this particular starter area. I think this has a lot of potential to do a lot of different tests of the different features. You know, I've got villager, pillagers, several biome types, access to deep mines, access to water. I have several structures. I also have a dungeon structure that spawns nearby as well. Big cave system. So lots of good stuff you can do with this to test out different mods. Here, hold on. First, let me set the daytime. Oh, and also say hello to my little Minecraft dude. Haha. Got that. Now, I forgot what's the button. Oh, there we go. So here, whoops. Oh, okay. So it's camera locked. Hold on. There we go. Hello. Greetings. I am Dominic Bytes in Minecraft. There you go. So this is my own little custom Minecraft skin. There we go. Take a look. I will say I made most of this myself actually. I kit bashed about a dozen other skins, took small elements from them, but I also customized and drew it. For example, the hair was hand drawn by me, so I actually did quite a bit of the pixel art on this guy to try to get him to match my PNG avatar. I'm pretty pleased with it myself. Pixel art is fun. I will be doing, as I said, more of that, especially to unify the elements. You will see me adding resource packs as time goes on to reskin things. So the Minecraft default skins are going to probably get upgraded. Right now, of course, they have the famous 16 by 16. I will probably upgrade a lot of them to like 64 by 64, maybe in 512 by 512, just to really get a lot of detail out of them. There's a lot of really cool resource packs out there. There's a lot of really cool skins out there that I want to use. So I will be featuring all that. There you go. There's there's this little coat. I got a little sunset in the background. Thought that looked kind of spiffy. And the skin tone is supposed to be a match for my well, it's not skin, it's metal. I am a robot man. I exist in a robot body. Ha ha ha. Always smiling. Looks like the water's overflowing. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, look, you got sheep down here. Got a little flowers, things like that. I really like the starter area here. So, here, let's... Okay, we are almost 20-some minutes into this introductory video. Let's show off some of the mods. Alright, I'm going to land here. So, here is a lot of what we're going to be dealing with in terms of items, at least for the start. So I've got things miscellaneous, so it gives me runes. I've got, let's see, rose quartz. I've got knives. I've got trains. I've got, brass blocks. Here we go. So, look at that. Now that is cool. I like that a lot. That's a cool aesthetic right there. There you go. Get some texturing there with brass. So that's really neat. Got sticky launchers. Brass speakers. Is that a brass knife? Nice. Yeah, so this one adds brass and steel. Let's see. Here, I'll get rid of it. I don't need an onion crate right now. There you go. Now, doesn't that look industrial? It's kind of neat. Yeah, I got train signs as well. Simple magnets. I love these for collecting items as I'm going around and exploring. Here's Wastelands of Baydor. One of my favorite steampunk mods that does not get a lot of love. I've not seen a lot of things on it. Still in alpha, still in development, but I will go more in depth on what this adds because it does. It puts some really cool airships around with original bad guys. You'll also see S gear. That's silent gear. You have Wastelands integrations. So it gives me all kinds of new blocks to work with as well, which I love. I love having more colors and textures to build with. I love building. I love construction. Making things is wonderful to me. So having a lot of different color and texture variations is great. Now, of course, I have sophisticated backpacks. One of my favorite things to do is nested netherite backpacks for going around and doing a lot of mining. Cable tiers, creative export and import is great. Now I've got oxidized. I have two copper themed mods because copper is very steampunk. You know, the look of it and so on. So I have the rose gold. What I like about oxidized is I use these in medieval Minecraft as well. Refined storage is one of my favorite go-tos for data storage. Storing items is one of the hardest things about Minecraft. You know, you can have like giant rooms, all kinds of chests. With refined storage, I just couple blocks, boom, done. Especially if I use like the creative storage, just infinite. I just put everything in there, easy. Now I've got cooking for blockheads. Let's see, Farmer's Delight, of course. Got a lot of the crates and other signs. You know, the stove is a central component to that. Oops, wrong one. Come on. There you go. Oh, hey, a little light source. That's nice. There we go. I've got a stove now. Can I put a potato on it? Can I put a potato on the stove? Hey, what do you know? I can put potatoes on the stove. How many potatoes can I put on there? Oh, neat. Okay, so I actually didn't know that I could just like directly get potatoes. Put them on there. Just so it's like a campfire then. That's really cool. New thing unlocked. I wonder if I can put an onion on there directly. Oops. Oops. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no, my potatoes. Oh, what do you know? You can even cook the onions directly on there. That's neat. Huh. I wonder what'll happen if I just leave them there. Let them cook. I'm gonna let them cook. There you go. Alright, and you see all the food. The beef stew is great. Now, beef stew is wonderful because in the medieval Minecraft it had a hydration mod. I'm not planning to add hydration to the mod pack because it really increases difficulty. I'm not sure I want that headache, but beef stew is wonderful because it gave you food and it cured hydration. It was just it was the goat. Beef stew was just the goat of food. I love that. Now I've got industrial foregoing here. Um, Mainly, again, it's very future techy kind of look. I will probably, again, reskin this, but I love the infinity drill. Infinity drill is one of my favorite mining tools. Just go around. If you ever feel down, just go to the end, take an infinity drill, and just destroy end islands. It can just entirely mine entire end islands, and you just watch all the Endermen fall into the void and abyss, unable to teleport away. It's great. It's very relaxing. You'll see me pop up in some streams, probably doing things like that. Pam's Harvest Craft. Again, more food, generators, frame blocks. These are wonderful. I love the way they allow me to um, make a texture out of basically everything. Um, so like here, let me take a slab. So let me put down a slab. And then, now, okay. Oh, alright, so I can't, blocks. Okay, so block cannot be inserted into frame blocks. Okay, good to know. But what if I take this sturdy sheet block? Oh, hey, there we go. And then I can take the brass bricks. There we go. Neat. I just made an original thing. It's really cool. So I can make custom textures, custom designs. The range that it gives you is immense. Let's see. Let me find a more complicated one. Let's see. Frame chest. Oh, frame double slope. That one's pretty complex, yeah. Here. Okay. There. Like so. There. And. Oops. Oop, no. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. See? Now I have a half-half block, brass and steel. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There's a lot you can do with this. There is a lot of potential. So I included frame blocks mainly for its role in helping me build things. Still more industrial foregoing, extra storage, that just expands refined storage a bit. Mechanism, big reason for including mechanism is it has something that can't be beat, which is 5 times or multiplication. It can't be beat. It can't be beat on that front. It's so good to have the 5 times or multiplication. Um, it's really really good. So I'm going to be using it for that function. And again, Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. It looks, looks far more futuristic than I would prefer. Seen here, it's kind of futury. But I can easy enough to reskin this. You can make this look steampunk. Change up the color scheme, change up the display, make it a little more analog here. Yeah, you should be able taking mechanism and make it look like something that belongs with Create. I think that would be cool, especially for all the mods, because all the mods uses mechanism and Create side by side. All right, keep going. Let's see. Uses some of the train additions. Okay, more. Here are some of the cyclic tools. So like the void anvil, some of the extra bars. So it adds copper bars, for example, that look really nice. Let's see, the potion sponges. Some of the tools it adds are really nice. The item user, block breakers, the crushers, the macerators. So yeah, it's cyclic is just overall really handy thing. Some of the additional apples it puts in are good. Some of the new enchantments it adds are fun, as well as some of the alternate tools. Of course, your crayfish, nice, good stuff, good stuff. I'm a big fan. I will be adding, of course, adding more of these. Let's see, all the compressed, just so you can make storage. Waystones are such a great lifeline. I love these. You have utility, which just adds some nice, some more additional little extra add-ons like anvil minecarts and so on. Those are very handy. All-in-ones, dimensional storage. I will often use dimensional storage when I'm making designing a mechanism. I find dimensional storage and its ability to instantly warp items between 2 points by basically having them be connected. It's very handy. It's very handy. You can instantly transport without having to do a string of hoppers. Very convenient. It even works across chunks. Confectionery I'm including maybe for fun. It's not like super great. I mean, it's food themed, which is nice. It does have the gingerbread, the chocolate blocks and things, which are, which they do look interesting. You know, if you want pink, the ruby chocolate blocks, there you go. Very kind of distinct. They're not a solid pink. They're not the same as the cherry wood. They do have a nice texture to them. So, there's a reason to include those. There we go. Cook the chocolate on the stove. Let's see. Silent gear. I love this, like the starlight chargers and the graders, and the way to improve the strength of components. I love it. It's really nice. Of course, you have the probe, which gives you information. PAMs again. Let's see. Immersive engineering. I like immersive engineering because it fits in well with Create. It's a little newer in some ways because it has a kind of a power plant feel to some extent, but the industrial factory aspects do blend in well with Create, especially like some of the way it does metals and wires and things like that. You have deco casing. Farmer. Oh, here we go. Farmer's recipe. Let's get a tea kettle going. There we go. See, tea. What's more steampunk than tea, right? There we go. Get this working. That's really awesome. Oh, hey, I've got a roasted onion. Huh. Gotta put a roasted. Yeah, no, that's not gonna do anything. I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Have aluminium, which is just ATM special thing. Create. Yes. Create the backbone of the thing. Oh, and I love Creative World Shaper. I've used this to design many things. It is an excellent tool. Check out check out this copper casing. That just looks cool. I mean, that just looks really, really neat. I did get the connective casing on here, so these will connect and extend out, which looks a lot nicer. See? That's pretty nice, pretty nice. Honestly, to me, that is a much better looking block with this. Ah, that's really pretty. And you have all kinds of gears and so on. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The building, you have the building ones. I love this door, the train door here. That's one of my favorites here. As you click on it, oh man, and it gives a satisfying like click. The sounds it makes are so good. But I love that. I love that. That's one of my favorite doors. More food. Here's more stuff and additions. You can see a lot of this like very shiny, steampunky metals kind of deal. Fueling tanks. You have Croptopia food. Lunar connected glass. So, yeah, you want glass in your steampunk, right? You have biomes you'll go, add-ons with all types of wood and the flowers and decoratives. More steam and rail. Let's see. More steam. So here you have, now this is nice because this lets me access the command blocks. So that will be handy for designing dungeons and other things later. I like the fact that I'm able to just grab this stuff right off my menu as opposed to having to use command line. That is so much more convenient. Gauges, again, gauges and switches. I mean, some of them are a little on the modern side, but some of them, like this one here, the rustic button, I really like the rustic button. See? Yeah, that is, I mean, there you go. I mean, that's steampunk right there. That's a really steampunk looking button. You have the ores. So this just standardizes the different ores between the mods, which is nice. Gives you a wood cutter, as opposed to just stone cutter. Elevators is handy for teleportation and movement, and you can disguise them to look like other blocks, which allows them to just fit right in. I'll demo that one more later. I have Tombstone here because the graveyard, it's a magic themed one, but the Tombstone concept of being able to save your stuff is very nice. These are all wood types. Improve villager handling because, God, I don't want to have to deal with some of the vanilla stuff on that. Pipes is great. I like the two things I love. I love the network connections with the things, and I love the pipes system for transporting items and fluids. I'm probably going to reskin this to look more steampunk, but I do love the pipes mod quite a bit. Create alloy with more metals, bricks, more metals, more stuff for create. Mana Artifice, this is currently the only real magic mod in this set right now. The reason I'm putting in a base, golems. I love the programmable golems that they have. You can make them look steampunk. I'll probably come up with like some reskins of those, so look neat. But I do plan to use golems that just walk back and forth as decorations here and there. It's really, really neat what they do with it. The magics, the constructs here are really, really cool. I love like the golden one. It looks like they've updated some of the skins too. These look a lot more polished. Like the obsidian, the diamond, all of these just look really neat. The golden, of course, has the most steampunk look to it. Okay. They've also added iron. They got an iron and a stone. Okay, I don't know if those are... Oh, and wood. Okay. So I would say, yeah, the iron and gold. The iron gold golems are the most steampunk looking of those two. And then expect to see me using those. Here we go. Now you hear me say, oh, when are we going to use it? So, mod pack development is one item. So, okay, what do I do after I get the mod pack, right? Well, I'm not just going to say, well, I'm done. Time to abandon Minecraft. No, the purpose of the mod pack is to also create. I want to build a world using the mod pack that other people can go. I'm basically going to design this. I'm going to be playing in single player, but I'm going to be creating worlds in single player that I will then post eventually to a server and invite other people to come to the world and play around in it. So I'm going to going to create structures, I'm going to create dungeons and maps, things like that, so that people can come in and play around. And developing that will also be streamed. So you're going to see me testing mods, developing the mod pack, configuring the mod pack, reskinning aspects of the mod pack to make it unified, then creating a world, designing elements of it, such as structures and dungeons and things like that, possibly dabbling with programming my own mods and, doing world gen to put the structures throughout the world, and then creating different maps. That's one reason on my channel trailer, if you saw a world seed exploration, I'm going to be looking at many different world seeds for the overworld. This is my favorite so far. Maybe I can find a better one. I don't know. I'm going to be experimenting with different world seeds. I'm thinking I may have like multiple dimensions on my, when I get around to a server, having multiple dimensions, each with like different aspects of the mod highlighted, things like that. I have very big, grand plans. I don't know how much of it I'm going to get done, but I figured by shooting for the moon, if I fall short, things will turn out okay. So that is the goal here of having this mod pack, is to build a world that other people can play around and explore in and have fun in. So I'm going to be adding stuff later with the testing that will be designed with a multiplayer experience in mind, even though for right now I'm just doing single player. So stick around on that. Let me know. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything. So it's been 40-some minutes into this intro video. I think we're good. I think you have a handle on what I'm going to be doing, why I'm going to be doing it, some of the madcap things coming around. I'm really, really, really interested in like testing these mods and highlighting them, and giving some love to creators who may feel ignored from their mods, because I have plunged the depths of CurseForge decently well to find certain themed mods. Like I said, Wastelands of Bay Door, that's not a mod you see people talking about. I will spotlight that more. You're going to see me live diving into a lot of these things that I just mentioned. You're going to see me digging into these, like Mechanism and Create, but also Wastelands of Bay Door and some of these smaller ones. A lot of the Create add-ons, for example. You're going to see me dive into those live and play around with them. So look forward to that. And now in the comments below, let me know. Are there any mods that you know that you want me to test? Give me any recommendations that you have. Give me any strategies or resources that I should look at. I'm a big fan of Shawls, for example, because of his work with Create. So I'm familiar with him. I've watched a little bit of Mumbo. I haven't watched too many Minecraft creators. Kuriway is another one I'm somewhat familiar with. A friend of mine introduced me to him. He seems pretty cool. I'm not going to be doing speed running. As I said, I'm mainly going to be mod testing, mod development, looking at different worlds, playing around, building. You'll see me often when I'm playing. I will build in creative mode as opposed to survival. I am much more a creative Minecraft than I am a survival Minecraft. However, I do love mining. So you will see me go into survival mode to do mining. And there'll be some days where I just feel like digging a hole. Why? Because a hole needs to be dug. And so I'll just do that. I will likely have a vanilla world or something like that somewhere, like a base set of mods or something that I play around with. I may have a vanilla or a modded world that I come back to on a regular basis. I am also, another thing too, you will also see me join servers. I will join already existing servers to play around in. And those I'll probably do survival. And so let me know. If you know a server you want me to join, let me know. I have a couple servers lined up already to possibly join. But I'm always looking for more. So if you have a suggestion, you want to play with me or something like that, please let me know. If you have a server and you want streamers on it, let me know. I am totally down with that. And yeah, post that in the comments below. So you've seen what I like, so if you have a Create SMP server, I would love to get in on that. That would be a lot of fun for me. Okay, so that is all for this. Thank you so much for watching. Dominic Bytes out. When next we meet, may your robot body be fully charged.